everybody, and welcome back to Red Devils TV. Now, it's your Manchester United versus Newcastle match preview, and it's the finals tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to this match, and let's just go in and deep dive into how I think the game's going to plan out. So, United are favourites. It's United's final to lose, and Newcastle are a controversial team in my opinion. They have exceeded everyone's expectations this year for the league, and no one expected them to be where they currently are. Now, that might be due to the way they play football. That might be due to the players they have, and it might just be due to the fact that they've took their chances and played the teams at the right moment. But they deserve to be in this final. And I think that any team in the top four or challenging for top four should be the teams that are near enough in every single final or semi-final and so on. Because these are seen as the best teams in the English league. And this season, Newcastle have been that team, like Manchester United have. It's third against fourth. That's exactly the way this final is. And it's either going to go one of two ways. It's either going to go a massive goal fest, or it's going to be smash and grab 1-0. I don't think it's going to be going into extra time. I don't think it's going to be won on penalties. I personally feel like it's going to be won in the 90 minutes, depending on which team that is. That's for you to decide. For me, I back Manchester United. For me, I feel like United have just too much quality. We've been in finals before. We've got actual winners in our squad, and now it's for them winners like Casemiro, Martinez, Antony, I already just said Martinez, but Varane, and these players who have won things in the past and having that winning mentality will give us the edge on Newcastle, because I can't think off the top of my head any Newcastle player that's actually won a trophy in their career. Like I said, when it comes to my mind, I actually can't think of any player. So this will be a big test for Newcastle, as much is for Manchester United. So how do I think it's going to plan out? Now, we have a bit of injury concern with Marcus Rashford, but I do think he'll play. My predicted 11 is going to be David De Gea, Diego Dalot, Rafael Varane, Lisandro Martinez, Luke Shaw, Casemiro. I am going to go for Fred, even though I would prefer Sabitzer. I just think he's going to start Fred. It'll go be Bruno Fernandes. It'll be Antony, Rashford and Weghorst. Now, Erik ten Hag over the last two games has shown that if his plan isn't working out, he will adapt and change. And I like to see that, because for me, I feel like that's perfect, because he isn't. It just shows that he's not stubborn. It shows that he'll accept when he's wrong, and he can see that what needs changing. So I think that United are going to win this, and I am going to go for a 2-0 victory for Manchester United, but I don't think it's going to be pretty. And Newcastle are known to be this defensive team. And I watched the game against when they played Liverpool, where they lost 2-0. And obviously that when Nick Pope got sent off. But even though they went down to 10 men, they still pressurised. They're known as this defensive team, but they can still go on the attack. They're still a dangerous team. They're still a threat. And they can score goals. It's just that over recent times, they've not been scoring enough goals. Now, people are saying that Karius is supposed to be the player that is going to be replacing Nick Pope, because Dubravka can't play due to being cup-tied, as he's been on loan to Manchester United this season. Nick Pope's got a red card, and then they have their youth academy goalkeeper. So Karius is quite slept upon, because when you think of the name Karius, you think of the dreaded match in the Champions League final against Real Madrid when they lost 3-1. And Karius just had that howler performance. But he was still a decent goalkeeper. I think he has about 29 appearances for the Premier League and has about 12 or 13 clean sheets. So I know it's been a while since he's played in the Premier League, but he's still a good goalkeeper, and everyone's expecting him. Everyone's expecting it to be like when you played football when you were at school, and then when you put the rubbish kid in net, I was that rubbish kid. No, but and you just shoot the ball. Like, if it was a good person in net, like, you'd probably pass it around a little bit and then try and shoot to score a more clinical goal. But if someone was crap in net, you would literally just shoot the ball from about 20 yards out and it would go in because they were crap. And that's what everyone is expecting Karius to be like. But I don't think he will. I think he's a decent goalkeeper and he's a good third choice goalkeeper is what I'm trying to say. Do I think he could be a main goalkeeper for Newcastle? Absolutely not. Because I can guarantee in Newcastle's next Premier League game, it will probably be Dubravka back in net. But I'm not a Newcastle fan. And this is not a Newcastle channel. This is a Manchester United channel. So we're going to talk about Manchester United players. Who do I think the key player is going to be in this match? I'm going to say Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro. Because Casemiro he's back now in English games. And even though he's played really well for the last 2 legs against Barcelona, I do think that Casemiro is going to be key in this game with breaking up the play, stopping Newcastle, going on the counter-attack, because we know that's exactly how they're going to set up. They're going to play with a deep line and they're going to pressure United and they're going to take their chances. Alan St-Maximin and Miggy Almiron are going to be threats with their pace. And it just depends if they're clinical or not. Now, the reason why I haven't listed Marcus Rashford as a key player is because, for me, Marcus Rashford benefits teams that play a high line. Because then Marcus Rashford could, like the Leicester game, when he got them 2 goals that were apparently offside, which they're not. He likes making them getting behind runs and beating defenders for pace. But if Newcastle are sitting back and are literally they're dropping back and there's about 9 players in their box defending, Marcus Rashford is going to struggle. And even as well is that he's being marked by Kieran Trippier, who's been without a doubt probably one of the best right backs in the Premier League this season. So Marcus Rashford's going to have a tough game and I don't think he'll have a massive impact. So I do think that the right hand side is where United are going to attack. If Rashford does interchange onto the right, maybe that's when he will be impactful. But I do think this is a game for Antony. And I think Bruno Fernandes linking up the play with Rashford, Antony and Weghorst, or maybe even Sancho if he comes on. I do think that Bruno is going to be a key player in this with the build-up play, with the possession, the control in the game. And I think it's his time to lift the trophy for Manchester United, as it is for everyone. But for some reason, I can just see in my mind that United are going to win 2-0. And around the 80th minute, when Newcastle realise they're out of the game and they're going to go all-out attack, Erik ten Hag is going to go defensive and bring on Harry Maguire. And we know what happens when Harry Maguire gets brought on as a substitute. He takes the armband off and therefore, by default, he will be lifting that trophy, which for me is wrong. Because even though I know Harry Maguire is a club captain and I've got nothing wrong with Harry Maguire lifting that trophy, since Bruno Fernandes has been the captain of this club, we have got an insane run and he has been brilliant as a captain. And the minutes he's played, I think he's only missed 2 games all season. He's relentless, he's brilliant, and for me, Bruno Fernandes is going to be a key player. But like I said, we can't sleep on Newcastle. They're here for a reason, like we are. They're here to go and win the trophy. And all I've got to say is may the best team win. I'm confident in my team and I am going to go for a 2-0 victory. And just to show my confidence, I am going to say the first scorer will be Bruno Fernandes. And I do think he is a key player, so watch. Because I feel like defensively, we're solid. And attacking-wise, we're solid. The only issue is that if Newcastle get an early goal, United need to get 2 goals instantly. We can't let the game drag out, because if Newcastle somehow grab an early goal, they will defend for the rest of the game and it will be a very, very tough battle for United to get back into that game. Because, like I said, Newcastle know how to defend really well. They've got the most clean sheets in the league this season, and defensively, they are brilliant. So only time will tell. I'm really looking forward to the match. And like I said, 2-0 to Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes to score first. watch this space. But yeah, thank you for watching today's video. We're currently on, I think, 580 at the time of recording. So yeah, thank you so much. Let's try and get to 600 subscribers by the end of the final. Please, that would be an amazing achievement. So please subscribe, share this video to your friends. And yes, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Come on, Manchester United. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.